The elevator was too quiet. It hummed like a throat trying not to scream. 48th floor. The world below shimmered in glass, but the city felt dead, suffocated by its own wealth. I stood alone, holding my phone, replaying her message again and again. Her voice had been soft, almost too calm for what she said. "There's a bomb in your office." No panic, no tremor, just that, a whisper, like she was sharing a secret she wasn't supposed to. I'd almost left when I heard it the first time. Then I noticed the timestamp. The call came at 2:03 a.m., private number, no ID. I hadn't told anyone about it, not my security, not her, especially not her. Maya, my fiancée, the face of the brand, the woman who smiled beside me on magazine covers, in charity galas, in every perfect lie we sold the public. The elevator stopped with a sigh. My reflection stared back at me from the mirrored doors, flawless, expensive, hollow. For a moment I didn't recognize the man I'd become. Then the doors opened and the cold smell of marble and perfume spilled out. I stepped into my empire, the office that wasn't just a workspace, but a shrine to control. And I realized something. If there really was a bomb, she already knew. The building was built to hide things, secrets in steel and tinted glass. I'd designed it that way. Every floor a mirror of power, every door a gatekeeper of silence. Maya arrived late that morning, perfect as always. White coat, soft hair, the kind of beauty that made people believe she couldn't lie. But I'd stopped believing in appearances long ago. She kissed me on the cheek, a public gesture, even when no one was watching. Her perfume clung to me, sweet and suffocating. "You didn't sleep," she said, brushing invisible dust off my suit. "I can tell." I smiled, the kind that doesn't reach the eyes. "Couldn't," I replied, too many things ticking. Her hand froze for a second, small, quick, like a glitch in her performance, before she laughed. "Always working, my restless billionaire." She walked toward the window, gazing down at the city like she owned it. But the reflection in the glass betrayed her. Her smile vanished when she thought I wasn't looking. Her phone screen flashed briefly, a name I couldn't read, then it disappeared. Tick, tick. The sound wasn't real, but it lived in my head. She had secrets. I knew that long before the whisper came. But now the pieces started to align. The hidden messages, the late meetings, the sudden charity project she insisted on managing alone, and the black girl from accounting, quiet, observant, invisible to most, the one who called me at 2 a.m. "There's a bomb in your office." Was she warning me, or was she part of it? I opened my drawer. Inside, beneath the contracts and pens, lay the small device I'd installed months ago, a recorder disguised as a corporate pen. I pressed play. Static. Then voices. Maya's. And another, male, rough, impatient. "He doesn't know yet." "He will," she said. "He always does. But by then, it'll be too late." The pen clicked off, and for the first time I felt it. The slow, deliberate hum of betrayal beneath the marble floor. I didn't confront her. Not yet. I wanted to see how deep her performance ran. Silence has a way of peeling people open. When you stop reacting, they start revealing themselves. That afternoon, I watched from the glass partition as she left with my board members. Her laughter, bright, controlled, sounded like currency. I knew the pattern by heart. Touch the arm, tilt the head, lower the voice. Seduction repackaged as diplomacy. My company wasn't built on innovation. It was built on perception, and she was the perfect illusion, until she wasn't. At 6:17 p.m., she received a text. She turned her phone away instinctively, but glass reflects everything. I saw it. A single word. Tonight. My stomach didn't drop. It hardened. Later, when the office emptied, I stood near her desk. Her laptop was locked, her phone charging, her coffee half drunk, lipstick stain on porcelain. I waited until she went to the restroom. Then I picked up the phone. Fingerprint locked. But she underestimated what obsession looks like. I'd already duplicated her print during our engagement photo shoot. A wax mold disguised as art. One scan was enough. Messages flooded open. The man's name was Leon, my former head of security. He'd been fired 6 months ago for protocol breaches. Turns out he found a better kind of employment. I read their exchange in silence. Maya, "It's ready." Leon, "Timer set?" Maya, "Just tell me when to press." Leon, when he walks in tomorrow. Cameras off. Maya, what about me? Leon, you'll be gone by then. A strange calm fell over me. No anger, no disbelief, only precision, the kind that comes right before you stop being human. I copied the texts, sent them to a hidden email, then placed the phone back exactly where it was. She returned moments later, smiling faintly. You look tired, she said. I am, I whispered. Maybe I should handle things tomorrow. You need rest. No, I replied. Tomorrow will be important. I wouldn't miss it for the world. She didn't notice the edge in my voice. Or maybe she did. Maybe that was the point. That night I couldn't sleep, not because of fear, but because of how peaceful I felt knowing the truth had finally started counting down. Morning light hit the glass towers like knives. The city moved below, unaware that something fragile was cracking in the sky. I arrived early. Empty office, still air, every sound too loud. At 8:45 a.m., she entered, coffee in hand, wearing calm like armor. She didn't know I'd disabled the security cameras an hour earlier, didn't know I'd already checked her drawers, her bag, her safe. The device was real, small, metallic, blinking faintly behind the wall panel near my desk. It wasn't large enough to kill, just to destroy everything symbolic, my empire, my control, my name. At 9, Leon texted her. Now. I watched her glance at the screen, then at me. A tremor of guilt rippled through her face, subtle as a shadow. I spoke first. Maya. Yes? Do you remember the first thing you said to me when we met? Of course, she smiled. I told you I wasn't impressed by power. And I told you that was the most impressive lie I'd ever heard. The smile faltered. I walked toward the wall panel, slow, deliberate. She stiffened as I pressed my hand against it. A click. The panel slid open. The small device blinked red, alive, breathing. Looking for this? I asked. Her face drained of color. The phone slipped from her hand, hitting the marble like a verdict. I can explain. No, I said softly. You can't, and you don't need to. I picked up the device. Cold metal, perfect engineering, perfect betrayal. Was it worth it? I whispered. Leon said. Leon said what? That you deserved it. That everything you built was built on someone else's ruin. I smiled. For the first time, genuinely. He's right, I said, but the ruin wasn't theirs. She looked at me. She spun around, panic clawing through her composure. You're lying. Am I? I asked. Then stay, watch. The air thickened. Her eyes darted to the device, then to the door. She was calculating, survival written across her face. You wouldn't kill us both, she hissed. No, I said, not both. She didn't understand, not yet. I picked up my phone, pressed play. Her voice filled the room again. He doesn't know yet. He will, but by then it'll be too late. The recording ended. Silence pressed in. Her breath stuttered. Why are you doing this? She whispered. Because you already did, I said. Then I handed her the pen, the same pen that recorded her, the same one with the small detonator chip I'd installed overnight. You said it yourself, I murmured. By the time I know, it'll be too late. She froze, her lips trembled. You said it to not explode, I interrupted. Expose. Right then, every phone in the company buzzed. Every screen blinked alive, and the live feed began. The security footage I'd gathered, the recordings, the messages, projected across the internal network, broadcasted through the firm's encrypted server, unstoppable. Every partner, every board member, every investor, watching the woman they trusted confess to corporate sabotage, manipulation, and betrayal. She gasped as her own face filled the massive digital billboard outside the window. Her name, her voice, her lies, all alive in pixels. You ruined me, she choked. No, I said softly. You ruined us. I just hit replay. She backed away slowly, trembling. Tears threatened, but she swallowed them, dignity fighting death. The red light on the device turned green, inactive, diffused. You said there was a bomb, she whispered. There was, I said. You built it. I just let it detonate in silence. By evening, she was gone. Security escorted her out quietly, like a ghost being erased from the world she once commanded. The city lights bled through the glass again, flickering over the empty desk where she used to sit. Her perfume lingered faintly, a reminder of how soft deception can smell. I stood by the window, watching her card disappear into the grid below. The black girl from accounting walked past, paused at my door. She didn't speak, just nodded once, the kind of nod people give when they've seen too much truth to fear it anymore. I wanted to thank her, but silence felt more honest. The office was too quiet again. The hum returned, steady, indifferent, eternal. I picked up the deactivated device from my desk, turned it in my hand. It wasn't meant to kill, just to remind me how close I'd come to becoming my own destruction. I placed it in the drawer, closed it softly. Outside, thunder rolled through the skyline. Somewhere below, a siren cried, distant, unbothered. I poured a drink, stared at my reflection in the glass. Same face, same eyes. But something in me had shifted, colder, sharper, quieter. The city kept moving, pretending nothing happened. That's what power does. It forgets on purpose. I took a slow sip and whispered to no one. Sometimes the bomb isn't in your office. It's in the person who tells you it is. Then I turned off the lights and let the silence detonate.